They said you have to remember he also represents the school, so if they're getting blowback for his comments or the video, they have to act as well. I don't agree with that. I don't think that they have to act at all.
Some of you who watch this channel might not have heard of an individual known as Asmongold. He rose through the ranks of World of Warcraft and became a legend. And now, I would say he's one of the most logical human beings on YouTube. You might not expect that given the fact that his room looks like this. As the legends go, the lore states he found a dead rat, and the smell, he would use that as his alarm clock.
Have you know that I cooked myself a steak after I walked a mile down to the store to get another one of the sodas? Like, if he had come to the opposite conclusion and the person was saying the opposite, then he wouldn't have been fired. That's what I think.
I don't think, because then you could make the logical argument that, well, then had I been arguing that J.K. Rowling, had something not been unique about that video, then it wouldn't have gone viral to begin with, and therefore none of this would have happened. So there's really no way to look at things like that. It's just impossible.
Degree of like civil servant role. And at the same time, they're being paid really bad wages. And I think they get disrespected a lot in schools as well. So it's like you have all of these restrictions on your behavior. But if you're locking a career behind like a $40,000, $50,000 career behind that, then it's a huge problem. Like if being a teacher was like $150,000, then I think it would make a lot of sense, right?
You could say the same argument I'm just a volunteer firefighter, but I think full-time, and we're volunteer firefighters where I live, we're not doing it for the money. It's nice, especially during this transitional period of my own life, to be able to go on call whenever I have time. I just turn my light on. I can use my phone, goes right to the station, turns my light, means I'm available. But if there's a call, I have to respond. But when we do respond, we're paid a little bit by the hour, so it helps. It's nice. But I think the same argument applies to here, where firefighters should be full-time firefighters for what they're doing.
As teachers, well, you're going to have morons.
It's true. If you don't pay much, you're going to have morons. There's some of these schools, though, where your health insurance, it's like, why would you sign up for a job where you can be fired at any point in time at the discretion of the person in charge at the very top, like above a principal, who you only see once a year and they don't know you from Adam or Eve, or it doesn't matter. And why would you buy that ticket? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, as I've demonstrated and learned the hard way. And I have to take responsibility for that. But see, then you look around you and say, what are the caliber of people that are willing to play this game? You're probably going to have like a sampling bias, because you'd have to be a little bit, your health insurance, our health insurance isn't even covered at this position. It comes out of our paycheck, and yeah, we get an okay deal on the insurance, but it's not like what you think of when your health insurance is covered by your employer. There's things like that, and you're just like, well, why would you dive in on a job like that for 4 years? And you get comfortable, and there's things about it that I liked.
I had 3 kinds of teachers in high school. I had amazing, super invested, great teachers that loved what they did, and they were going to be a teacher for the rest of their life. And then I had teachers who clocked in and clocked out and didn't give a fuck and were probably dumber than the dumbest student in the class. And then I had teachers that were in between 2 professional jobs that were just doing this in between.
So would it be hypocritical of me if I'm running a YouTube channel, and after that viral thing, I had the sense that there was a lot of people unhappy and blah, 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 and things were changing, and stopped being invited to certain meetings, and the dynamics shifted. So I did have a sense, I would be lying if I said I didn't have a sense that I need to try and build something so that if this goes south, which it probably will, there will be an off ramp or something. And I'm not there yet. But so would that be an argument that because I had other endeavors on the outside of school, did that compromise my teaching? Whenever I'm with a student, I always try and give 100% to that student.
The only people that you get for teachers are the ones that are either super inspired to be teachers or the ones who couldn't get any other job because they were dumb.
It's easier to be stupid. It's just the reality of it. It's just easier. So most people will take the path of least resistance. So I will tell you that it has a huge effect on inspiring a teacher to love what they're doing and to buy into it and feel like what they're doing matters when they're given the room to innovate a bit and to tackle and make the most of opportunities when they do come along, and allow students to get excited by opportunities and to. That's why at the college level, it's so pivotal. You hear that saying, publish or perish, where if you're not innovating, you will perish. That's basically what that means. If you're not doing your own research and publishing and pushing the bounds of your field and actually doing what you're preaching or what you're teaching. But in the opposite environment, which is what I experienced, was if you publish, you perish, which does have an effect on overall morale and allowing a teacher to love what they're doing and to buy into it. Asmongold, he's smart. I think he's really cool. Perhaps we will cross paths one day in a video game. Perhaps the Elden Ring DLC. Perhaps Diablo. I would love the chance to talk to you. You're a cool guy. Keep being logical.